keep yawning and getting sand in my mouth, but you know, it actually tastes okay.
Huh? You're... Sleepyhead?
Well, hello. It seems the two of y'all are familiar.
Indubitably. This is Sleepyhead... Mint. We grew up together. Mint, you're here on behalf of the Ataran government, I presume?
Yeah, that's right. I've been working as an engineer around the Free Cities. They've sent me here to make sure your bridge is good to go. Nice to meet you, Mayor Trudy. I'm Mint.
Pleased to make your acquaintance as well, Mr. Mint. I'm afraid Mayor Trudy is out at the moment. I'm Minister Matilda. I'll be taking over for her until she gets back. I hadn't expected your arrival so soon, Mint. We may need to continue this discussion a bit later. I must say, though, what a coincidence! The director's childhood companion waltzing in to inspect the bridge he toiled so hard on. And we here at Sandrock do appreciate the good doctor's work, don't we?
Actually, I wasn't finished talking about my robot, but never mind that. Speaking of inspection... Sleepyhead, did you bring your inspection equipment?
Ah, I didn't.
I knew it. Never change, Mint. Do you know what you need?
Yeah, I need a magneto-inductive inspector to test the stress.
Alright, I've got it. Can you help? I'll draw up a diagram for Mint's missing equipment and send it to you. Please check your mailbox tomorrow and build it for us as soon as possible.
Thanks. Well, if you're not ready for me, Minister, I could maybe use a rest. It's been over 10 minutes since my last nap. So, where's the local hotel here?
Hotel? Nonsense! You'll be staying with me. I am certain you will find my research center far more hospitable than that old milk shack.
Well, okay.
Ah, well, let's not get in the way of these two peas in a pod. Looks like they have a lot of catching up to do. So long!
A sorting machine? Quite doable. Bring me 5 data disks, and you'll have what you want. Heidi showed me the mobile suit. It's exactly as I imagined. I've come to find that I can consistently rely on you to deliver results. That'll be all. Okay, I'll get started. Check your mail soon.
Howdy. It can be so strenuous keeping up with all the trends. If only I had an assistant. Say, how married are you to the idea of being a builder? See ya.
Hey, I was at work and I heard someone come in because my house is next door, and I'm glad it's you and not someone else. Whoa. You really pulled all the stops out on this one. Books, rocks, heck, you could just put about anything in there. Let me just collect all my rocks here, and we can take this bad boy for a test display. Cool. Say, do you want to stick around for a bit? I mean, maybe you could help me decide which rocks to put where. Alright, cool. Let me just put on some tunes to set the mood. So, the short of it is, I like to organize the rocks into 3 categories: high, mid, and low tier. The mid tier represents the one I think are alright, and definitely deserve a seat at the table, or a rock shelf. And low tier, well, those rocks I'm not a super fan of, but I'm sure other people like. Let's start with the top. First we got onyx, painite, zinc, and then this one. I don't know what it is. Onyx is dark and mysterious. It's pretty shiny, reflects light, makes you kind of wonder about the universe. Next is painite. Despite the name, it's really got nothing to do with pain. It's just a nice red rock. I've only ever found one before. She said it's super rare, maybe the only one in the world. So I guess you could say this rock is unique. Then there's zinc. Zinc is really useful. It's found in the wirings of our telegraphs, street lamp posts. Why, even the firing pin in our Civil Corps pistols are made of zinc. I'd hate to live in a world without zinc. Last but not least is this one. I had some stuff to say about the other ones, but not this one. Oh well. Ready to choose your favorite? And hey, in case you didn't think the stakes were high enough, despite it already being in high tier, why don't we also choose the rock that makes us think of each other? I'll go first. I choose painite, because it's the best rock, and you're the best rock. There can only be one best rock by definition, and I already said it was you. Okay, now you go. You think I'm as mysterious as onyx? I don't know. I'm an open book. Ask me anything. Heck, I'll give you better responses than a book ever could. Nice. They look good up here. High and mighty. Wondering what the peasant rocks are up to. Sorry, that was out of line. All rocks are great. Next is mid-tier. We have sulfur, selenite, and coal. Sulfur is toxic. I just like the way it looks. It's slightly toxic to touch, but definitely don't lick this one. It would make you pretty sick. Well, Captain licked it once and got sick. Guess it hasn't been tested on humans yet. I just wouldn't. Next is selenite. Some people call it selenite rose. Couldn't really recommend licking it either. I mean, maybe once or twice is fine. It's pretty much just salt. It'll dissolve if you lick it too much. Then you've got nothing, except maybe a tummy ache. Well, I just always thought they are. I never thought I'd have to convince anyone of it. Glad to know you're on the trolley now, though. Last, but again, not least, is coal. I place coal in the mid-tier because I just kind of like it. I mean, it is kind of an ugly chunk of gunk, only good for being used up, and then when it is, it harms the environment. But on the plus side, it's coal. I'm all picked out, I think. You're gonna have to fly solo from here on out, I think. Which one makes you think of me? Too hard to choose? Yeah, in a way they all kind of represent me equally. Don't worry, low tier will be a lot easier to deal with. Alright, whew. Finally, we're about ready to wrap things up with low tier. Last and least. Need a minute? Or are you ready? Thanks. It's nice that you're listening. It's one of the things I like best about you. Not everybody likes to listen. I don't mind if they don't, but it's better when somebody does. Especially when it's you doing the listening. Gotta write that one down. Later. On paper. Alright, final tier. These are what people call regular rocks. Granite, sandstone, marble. Some of them have bits of quartz in them that sparkle in the sunlight. Some of them are quartz. When it comes to squeaking into bottom tier, the main thing I look for here is hustle. What shape is the rock? Does it look like it's a hard worker? Does it look like it started from the bottom and now it's trying to get into the bottom tier? This piece of granite to me looks like a fluffy cloud. The fact that such a hard, sturdy piece of rock could be so fluffy and cute makes me think I can be whatever I want to be. This sandstone, the fact that it's called a sandstone and not a sandrock, despite its location, I can't help but admire its rebellious spirit. This quartz, there are many others like it, but this one's mine. It's the most common crystal in the world. Tuh, if you don't count feldspar. In some places, it's see-through. In other places, it's milky and not so see-through. Is it hiding secrets? Is it transparent about other things? When light passes through, it creates a rainbow. Even though it's common, its shape is unique, the same way every snowflake is unique. And when it wants to, it can create an amazing display of color. Like just about any crystal, really. That's why quartz is bottom tier. So now I ask, which of these do you think represents us? Sorry, I keep changing the rules of this game and stuff. I kinda just made it up on the spot. Need to work out the bugs. So yeah, which one is us? Yeah, in a weird way, I think it is. Wow, there you have it. That took a lot longer than I expected, but the results speak for themselves. This is probably the best display I've ever seen. Thanks for helping me. Feel free to come and check out the rocks anytime. Doors always open. See ya.
Skinny, this is glorious. The precision, the craftsmanship, the definition. I mean, just look at that veiny vascularity. You can't possibly know what it's like to have something you've worked so hard to create finally be right in front of you. Something made by your own blood, sweat, and tears to be a creator. Leave me, Skinny. I need some time to bask in my glory. You'll get your check in the mail. Magnificent beast.
Howdy! So long, partner!
Thank you. Uh-huh. Take her easy.
Hey! Thanks. I've heard someone say diamonds aren't your best friends are your diamonds. But with you, I can have both. See ya!
Hello! Hanging out with you has given me an idea for a new theme park. Attendees will all be given mini workshops where they can receive commissions and play with fantastical machines. I'll call it Builder World, where all your builder dreams come true. Howdy. Catch you later.
Be wary of sunstroke. The Sandrock sun.
Don't be shy. Shy!
X. Be quiet.
Oh, I didn't hear the sound of your footsteps. Are you also out for a walk to ease your mood as well? There's no need for you to apologize. I don't blame Avio either. I'm just annoyed at those tourists. How could people act like that? In fact, it was a rather nasty situation. I suppose I hadn't properly thanked you for your assistance. Do you regularly make a habit of helping strangers? In any case, it was very kind of you. A rather nice contrast to the behavior of those tourists. I've had them bother me with various propositions before, but that was the worst incident by far. I try to sort myself out when I take my walks, and try to tell myself not to let these things get to me, but let's just say, I've been taking a lot of walks lately. If you want to start dancing out here for everyone to see, just for my amusement, I won't stop you. You really did it! Oh, is it over? I was just about to start clapping to the beat. I just wasn't quite able to discern a rhythm out of your movements. How silly of you. But I must admit, I feel better. Still, I just wish I knew what to say when a tourist is aggressive about getting a photo with me. I try to sort myself out when I take my walks, and try to tell myself not to let these things get to me. But let's just say, deal with them? I'm not so sure. I tend to avoid conflict. What would you have me say? Worth a try. Assuming they do indeed have any decency to speak of. Excuse me, all of you. I'd prefer you show me a bit more respect. Exactly as you said? I don't know if I could be that rude. Alright. I'll take a swing at it. Have you no sense of decency? It seems I've got a bit carried away. Though, in a way, I felt kind of nice. Alright, thank you. I will take your counsel to heart. This view is nice, but I've seen enough. Don't worry about me. Even if you hadn't come along, I would have found some way to deal with this issue. I always do. I must go. We'll talk some other time, Builder.
Hey!
this thing. It's running like a dream. I gotta stop underestimating you, Builder.
This should make all of our jobs easier. I wish we'd have thought to get one earlier.
Let's call this the Bamna machine, in remembrance of our old friend.
We can change it if she comes back.
So, you guys really believe we can make this work? You ain't gonna leave.
No way.
We're with you, boss.
I don't have the motivation or ambition to seek betterment for myself.
Oh, you guys, bring it in. You two, don't think you're getting away. Thanks again, Builder. I think this machine you built for us has inspired some hope. Maybe in me more than anyone. I'm gonna try to do something nice for you too, alright? You keep an eye on your mailbox.
Hello. Huh?
Be seeing ya.
Hey there. Huh. Howdy. See ya.
Nice. I think this will work perfectly. I'll go look at the bridge right away. Oh, right. Here's some of what you're owed from the budget for the project. I think I was supposed to give some to you on the front end. Oh well.
Hello. See ya.
release me.
Can you hear my voice?
Told you 20 times I can hear you. Now release me.
I'm not sure we're getting through to him.
Stuck. So captivating. Could grate cheese on those abs.
He told me not to get anyone's help, but he's been like this for days. We'll save you!
Destroy the mirror. Too powerful.
You built this thing, right? Quickly! You have to turn it off or something. He hasn't eaten in days. Even my secret recipe mush with 11 invisible herbs and spices couldn't snap him out of it.
No, not turn it off. Skinny, destroy it.
Well, I guess violence is never the answer. Except when it is.
You. For your bravery today, Skinny Arms, I hereby award you the title of Assistant Protector in Training. Intended for recreational use only.
I'm glad you're okay, but Pen, you need to be more careful. As I recall, I did tell you using electric light bulbs, aka artificial light, was one step too close to corrupted old world technology, didn't I? Got anything to say for yourself now?
Yes, I believe someone is owed an apology here.
Well, you don't have to.
But I insist. Yes, perhaps Burgess, if you had simply trusted my judgment and destroyed the mirror like I asked, instead of bothering our friend Skinny, who's always got something on their plate. And it could have been avoided if you had been able, when the chips were down, to just show a little hint of humility.
But
Shh. Stay humble.
I'm sorry. I'll be more humble next time.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for your concern, but Pen has got a point. I should have tried to do something myself instead of asking you for help.
In any case, I thank you, Skinny. You have done this world a great service.
And then later on,
Not bad. These sketches, the minutiae of detail. I mean, hey, what's up? It's not what you think, really. No, really. This is actually not what it looks like. Actually, you have to let me explain. Truly, think of how many conflicts and stories could have been avoided altogether if the protagonist simply stuck around and listened when someone says, "Let me explain." Ahem. So, this is just a drawing of a model meant to show off some clothing ideas. Yes, it's Amira. No, I didn't draw them. And yes, she wanted to be involved. I'm a stand-up guy. You know that? And so is Pablo. Uh-oh. Did I say Pablo? I think what I was saying is, I'm a stand-up guy, and so is Pablo. Lots of people. All right, fine. I'll come clean. Pablo asked me not to tell anyone, but no point in hiding it now. He drew up these wonderful designs for clothing, and then buried his sketchbook in the sand. He says his dream is to be a fashion designer, and I don't really have a plan yet, but I just had to dig them up.
Please tell me you just wanted to recreate your childhood sandbox experience and you're not seriously digging up my... Ah, you are here as well, I see. I see you've managed to keep your mouth shut for all of 10 seconds, Ernest. Bravo. Drat. I wonder if the darling Vivi would find it too macabre to sew a zipper to your mouth.
Yikes! Look, it was an accident! And you were just on the way to somewhere else, weren't you?
Seems a bit off the beaten path to me. What luck? Yes, let's talk about luck, shall we? You like spilling secrets. Why don't you try your luck as a 2-bit paparazzi for some trashy Ataran rag? By the way, I read your article in Kids Today and it was pure real. Yes, apologies. I do have a tendency to lash out.
Thanks for your concern, but this is just kind of how we talk to each other. The way Pablo just rolls these snappy insults off the cuff, it's so impressive. I don't even take offense. I mean, if I could learn to write stuff like that for my characters, I think my next book could really make waves.
Beware, for when waves are made, the friendship may soon capsize.
See? It's stuff like that that makes me want to endure pretty much any amount of scathing critique.
Forgive me, Ernest. My impulses have gotten the better of me. But make no mistake, my decision to bury these drawings was not one of whim, but of careful consideration.
Back at his studio, he seemed absolutely adamant. But it seems he's already letting his guard a bit. I think me being here is probably not helping. Why don't you try talking to him? Well, I hate to cut our little run-in short, but I'm not feeling so well. How long can you leave yak milk out? Looks to be less than 24 hours. Oh, hey, I guess if Pablo doesn't want his sketches, you can have them. Here!
Yes, I'm feeling a bit ill as well. From your sickening performance, Ernest. Indeed. Claims to have an upset stomach, runs off like it's the 100-meter dash. At least limp a little, Ernest. I suppose he just whispered something infantile into your ear. Don't let Pablo give up on his dreams. I'm a little baby. Last part was ad-lib. He is young, naive, blind to the ways of the world, and he has everything given to him on a glitzy silver spoon. You think I would just give up on my dreams at the drop of a hat? No, only after being dragged through the dirt. Look around you. This town is a wasteland. Covered in trash and dust, this town is drying up, and with it, the last ounce of culture these people have ever known. A few of them don't even bathe properly, and that's one thing I don't need to gossip about. No, you'll know who they are. You can smell them. When life is on the line, when every day is a struggle, when each and every one of these yokels is wondering where their next meal is going to come from, there is no space for art, no place for beauty, no time for dreams. Thank you. Each time I hear such words, it gives my heart hope. And yet, with only a second thought, these hopes are again. Let me pose you a question. The drawings you saw just now, would you pay for such attire? Really? Huh. Well, you're not just being contrarian, are you? Heidi, Amira, Ernest, these are my admirers. Yes, it would be my honor to enhance their outfits. I could decorate them from their braided heads to their stiletto toes. Alas. Well, if you really like it, I suppose that means I have supporters from Atara, Sandrock, Barnarock, and now Highwind? I do wish the lovely Amira could have been from somewhere other than Barnarock, but nevertheless, it could be said that I have quite the national appeal, no? All right, darling, perhaps you've made something of a point. If, and this is a big if Sandrock were to become a more popular travel destination, mayhaps there truly may be a chance. A brand, a penthouse studio, a fashion show. Thank you. I await the day I can rally the call. Our discussion has been most enlightening. Let us speak more of this at a later date. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, sorry about being such a sad sack. I just always hate to see one of my boys go. I appreciate.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm quite proud of this one. We really made a difference here.
Yay! Great job, everyone.
I wonder what Master Verna would say about this. See ya.
The Open Architectural Competition has something, blah blah blah, chosen its winners.
Hey, down in front. If you must stand in the way, at least read out all the details. Is Heidi on there?
Slow down there, friendo. Reading is a process meant to be enjoyed, savored even. Anyway, as I was saying, something. The following architects stood out among the competition.
For the love of all that is texturized, will you just get on with it, man?
Fine, dude. I'll just look for... Oh, hey, here she is. Number 1, Heidi.
Oh my gosh. Heidi? At the very top of the list? And there she is. Look out, hot stuff coming through. Look, Heidi, you've won the first round of this competition, which means you've basically won the whole thing already. Congratulations. Let's celebrate. And...
Oh, howdy, folks.
You do have an outfit for the award ceremony, don't you? Of course you don't. Don't worry. I already have multiple options prepared for just such an occasion. And when you go up on stage to accept your award, first, thank the light, then your parents, then moi, your inspiration, and then really stick it to the haters. Everyone who told you you'd never be anybody. Look at me now. Look at you now. You know what I mean. Then quickly segue back into something positive, smile, thank the light again, and scene.
Yo, Heidi, check it out. Here it says, if you win, you get a bunch of money. Like a bunch. What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do with the...
Oh, I don't know. It's not cash. It's money for a project.
Well, if you don't want it, can I have it?
Cheer up, girl. I've never seen someone so upset to win a competition they themselves signed up for.
You're right. I should be excited. Just... maybe the pressure is getting to me. I better go for a walk.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the curse of the perfectionist. Even winning isn't enough for our dearest Heidi. How... Every ounce of beauty she pours into this tedious world of ours is a gasp of pain sighing out through her fingertips. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the vast reverence of it all.
So true. Yeah, I should probably go too. See ya.
Oh, shucks. Did I hit you with that? I'm sorry. I was gonna pick it up, too. Hey, just, feels a little better to crumple them up and toss them, you know? Oh, yeah, peachy keen. I always celebrate my wins by scribbling wildly into my notebook. All right. Yeah, I guess I am a bit nerve-wracked. Okay, so here's the condensed version of the conundrum. So I see this notice go out. Architecture competition. I check the grant money. It's a lot. Hosted by the Vincent Design Institute, and I think I know exactly what those prudes are into. I bet I can win this thing. And you know, in Sandrock, we're always hurting for funds, so I went for it. I used everything in my arsenal to churn out some fancy-looking nonsense I knew they would go bananas for. Well, yeah, not like I was hurting anybody. On the contrary, in fact. That's not what I'm upset about anyway. What's got me stressed out is, well, guess who's the main judge for the competition? Master Verna! I thought she'd be too busy to oversee something like this. So, I was excited. But Well, sure enough, no sooner than I see my name in the paper, I take a peek in my mailbox. And here, have a look for yourself. I thought we'd made peace with me coming home, but now she's clamoring to bring me back and, she's just so pushy, you know? I feel like me being in this competition, it's like I'm proving her right somehow. With all this hanging over me, I can't concentrate. Couldn't win this thing even if I wanted to. And should I even keep catering to her like this? Nice to know you got my back. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, getting the spotlight like this is even better than getting the prize. Everyone's going to see my design. Could attract interested parties to invest in something I actually want to have built. That settles it then. I'm going all in on my own design. Something we really need in Sandrock. That'll send a message. And who knows? Maybe some of the other judges will even get behind me. I mean, my sand protection tech is nothing to shake a stick at. All right. I've got a vision now. One quick lap around town to get the juices flowing, and I'll get cracking. Thanks. Talking it out with you really helped. Well, sure. I think that'd be mighty helpful. In fact, let's walk around and see if we can come up with an idea that'll blow their socks off. Well, this is where it all started. I reckon. I used to sit around here and draw these buildings again and again and again. I'd give them upgrades, of course. I'd always draw a giant fan on the blue moon to blow sandstorms away. Of course, I had to stop once it got dark. That is if my ma hadn't come looking for me already. She'd help me finish my drawing if I hadn't. Then we'd go home. Can't help but be a bit nostalgic for those times. Happy family, not a care in the world. Hey, that reminds me. Me and my ma used to draw little murals on the sides of mountains. There's one not that far from town. I haven't been down that way in a Panbat's age. Come on, let's go find it. I want to Oh, I guess last time I went was before Atara. Dang, how many years has it been since I last went? Hope it's still there. Years has it been since wasn't it right here? Ah, shoot. I know it's close. Let's spread out. There it is. Thanks. First thought, I'm lucky to have had a supportive family to stop me from giving up on my drawings. Well, I did a passable job of drawing my ma. That's her, all right. Her and my pa were sweethearts, even when they were in school. Did I ever tell you about them? It was actually my ma that made the first move. But my pa didn't want to mess up what they had, so he said no. And then almost immediately regretted it and went chasing after her. So they started on equal footing. Kinda nice. Well, of course. You want to be sure you can rely on someone. Be sure you really like someone before, you know. I mean, well, it's happened before is all I'm saying. Say, what were we talking about just now? Was it the competition? I think it was the competition. Hey, you know what? It's because my parents encouraged me that I'm even in this competition in the first place. Why was I ever even deliberating over this? Here, let me show you some of what I've been kicking around. In fact, I think I've got a little something extra now that'll really top it off. Check it out! It's a school! This external part here is kind of like the mural, hugging the interior. The sand will roll right off the roof. A place like this will be nice and sturdy for generations to come. She would! You know, for a second there, it felt like she was here again. She always knew what to say when I was getting discouraged. And hey, I think you deserve some credit too. If you hadn't stepped in, I'd still be back littering at the Oasis. They're joking. I never litter, and no one should. Anyway, thanks. You're the best. I better get back to my office to finish this off while I'm still in the zone.
Hey! Good day of who now? Spare me the lecture. I'm here to hunt ghosts and eat sand rolls. And I'm all out of sand rolls.